Welcome back, fellow cosmonauts. This is Cosmo Clay coming at you with another video. And today I have a podcast recorded with me and my good friend Trendy. We've recently started exploring the cosmos together and wanted to bring my thoughts to you guys, just kind of like an update as far as what's been going on with me. Life happens and definitely has kept me from bringing more update videos to you guys. And I do apologize about that, but I will be more active starting here in the new year 2022. Um, but there is a lot that has happened, and I wanted to share that all with you. So without further ado, please enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, cosmonauts? I'm Trendy. This is my good buddy Cosmo Clay, and today is a special day. This is our first episode, the beginning of our new podcast, Fireside Cosmonauts. Is that what we decided to go with, Clay?
Hell yeah, fireside cosmonauts. Yeah,
What was in between? We had Fireside Cosmonauts, we had Corner Cosmonauts, we had
cosmonaut campfire, the one I wanted. Nobody likes that one, but I think I like it a lot. But
what is the
um,
we're the dealer, right? We give you your fix of
yeah,
everything in the cosmos, right?
we're the corner cosmonauts, giving you your daily fix for everything cosmos.
If you
Definitely.
think that any of those names that we had mentioned prior to this very moment sounded any better, please let us know and we will reconsider.
Yep, you can reach me at Clay_Cosmos on Twitter. Pretty active there.
Yeah. So before we get started, why should people listen to anything that we are going to say regarding the cosmos universe? Tell
Uh,
us a little bit about yourself, Clay.
Definitely a good question. Well, I got involved with cryptocurrency back in 2016 when I first bought Bitcoin. I think I first got that for about $711, which was pretty crazy. But we watched it go all the way up to 20,000 and then basically all the way back down to 3,000. And it was a pretty crazy ride. But basically, it really inspired me to learn about blockchain, what it is, and how it can help society. And I remember buying Ethereum and just spending a lot of money
Yeah.
transferring it to different places and swapping it, just kind of learning what people were using it for. And then I kind of got into this period where all I wanted to do was buy and not spend it because it was so expensive. And I really didn't understand how to spend it
Mhm.
in order to effectively make a lot of money because
Right.
I didn't really put a lot of money into it. But it was really just a learning experience. And whenever 2020 happened and the market crashed and we saw prices go really down, I think that's when Bitcoin was about $3,000. I didn't want to buy any more Bitcoin. I wanted to kind of find an altcoin that was going to have just more of a network effect over the next couple of years.
Mhm.
And on Coinbase, I found this coin Atom, and um, the first time I bought it, it was about $2.65, and of
Good to
course,
know.
we all wish we put in more,
And
right?
today, what it's like $40 a share right now? Or
Yeah,
share,
yeah,
token,
we got up to
coin.
$42. Yeah, I always give you hell for saying share, but you are buying network share, so it is in a sense, accurate. But with Atom, I remember because I had bought a ledger and I had sent the Atom over to the ledger, and I remember the experience that I had where I had closed the Coinbase app and opened up the ledger to wait for my coins like I was used to doing on Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Mhm.
And I was very surprised when I saw the token already in my wallet and that I could look on a blockchain explorer and that it was finalized. And I remember thinking, wow, this is something different. And I remember I wanted to learn more about it, and I had gone to Reddit, and I had they were kind of talking about airdrops, and this was around January of 2021, and they were, there was a few people on there that knew what was going on, and they were saying, "Hey, you need to get your coins staked in that Ledger wallet, and so that you qualify for airdrops." And I had heard about the Uniswap airdrop on ETH, and there was a few other ones, and I was like, "Wow, airdrops are real." So let me go ahead and get those coins in that wallet. And so I remember fast forward a couple of months, and it was June, or maybe it was early July, and my friend David had came over, and he was talking about UFOs and telling me of all this stuff on Reddit and how UFOs, were going to be the next big thing, and so I was like, oh, let me check out Reddit, and I was looking at the UFO stuff, and uh, just decided, let me look at Cosmo, see what's going on,
Mhm.
and so I had brought up a post or a thread, and it was talking about osmosis, and I was like, well, what is this? And there was a few comments. I remember the comment said, yeah, we got an airdrop, and I've already 2x'd it in the week. And with the research I had done, uh, I knew he was telling the truth, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can uh, claim this airdrop. And I put my wallet address in, and I was very surprised to see I did qualify, and I got about 1,000 tokens. And at the time I was like, okay, well, if they give me 1,000 tokens, they got to be worth like 2 cents. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I logged into the Osmosis website, it said $5, and I didn't really freak out. I just was like, "There's no way," And I started switching the coins around, and I think it got real for me whenever I switched it into Atom, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Wow, this is real. Like this is actually happening." And I think I staked half and then LP'd the other half. And just based on that research I had been doing, whenever I was messing around with Ethereum, I knew I kind of got the concept of what I was doing. And after getting that, $5,000 airdrop, I started growing it using the LP and the staking, and just researching overall what was actually going on, and it just everything just was fascinating to me. And at that time, Juno was going to be coming out, so I was researching Juno, which we can get into definitely. But basically, I fell into this ecosystem of basically amazing compounded interest, and I always like a saying that I saw where the guy said, "You're not getting airdropped money in blockchain. You're getting airdropped responsibility." And I think that's really true. Is that it's less about the money for me, and more so about, I want to help steer this ecosystem in the right direction, and I want to
Yeah.
participate as much as I can, so that this doesn't become like a dead network, like something like MySpace or something. You know what I mean? Like you just would hate to see that happen to anything in
Yeah.
crypto, but we do know that's going to happen. And that's part of the reason why I invest in the Cosmos, is because I think that they have the most likely chance to become the most vibrant network out there, and will flourish for years and years and years to come. And it was kind of funny because I put it this way to this one guy. I said, you got the traditional finance system with stocks and banking, and then you have cryptocurrency, and then you have Cosmos. Like Cosmos is a completely different financial system altogether that ties crypto together. And once you understand that, I think you become kind of like a Cosmos maxi, where anything that's not built on the Tendermint SDK, you don't want any part in it.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in anybody. A lot of people that I bring over to the Cosmos, they're like, "Well, Ether's the best, and I'll try your stuff." And then they try it, and they're like, "Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner?"
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
true.
basically, yeah. But that's why I think you should listen to me. I've done a lot of research on blockchain in general, and Atom is where my heart lies. Like it's my biggest bag, and I really enjoy learning every day about what's new.
Yeah, and I mean, if anybody follows you on Twitter, they could see that you're extremely active in the space and
Yeah.
you take a lot of pride in being an advocate for it. Well, your extensive background and history far exceeds mine. I started with just like the like you did, like just some Bitcoin, Ethereum. Try to move Ethereum around, freaking out because you're spending more money in gas than you are to actually send that particular amount of money. So I just kind of gave up on it. Started getting like some shit coins, some meme coins, whatever you want to call them. I started investing in like Doge and Shib and just doing whatever I could to turn a quick buck to just get that satisfaction of seeing that number rise. And then we kind of met up again and we do a lot of little bike rides together and we talk about crypto and you kind of pulled me into the cosmos, so to speak. And I've been living there for a little while and man, the grass is definitely greener on this side. I
Yeah.
appreciate you showing me this because this wild this ride is becoming pretty wild, man.
Yeah. Like I said, whenever I logged in and saw that that value, whenever it was $5, and I get that feeling every time there's a new airdrop, and there's been almost 10 plus since then. So
Yeah, and we got more
it's
coming up. We got a
and
lot
I
more.
actually, yeah, I've actually gotten to where my friends are starting to be a part of them, which is exciting.
So to now that we kind of got our introductions out of the way, so we won't talk your ears off for 10, 15 minutes every episode just talking about ourselves. But coming up next, we kind of wanted to talk about the current state of market. This is going to be something that we'll probably go over every episode just to kind of keep our pulse on it. Clayton's very Clay is very good at keeping his eye on things, and I really lean into him. And this is kind of what this is going to bring to the table. So, just not necessarily giving you or telling you what to do, just kind of advice on somebody who's kind of been in the game for a little while. So Clay, what are you seeing out there right now?
Yeah, that's definitely something you have to get out of the way. Is that we're not financial advisors and not providing financial advice, but um, basically the market is really crazy right now. 2021 was pretty linear as far as like you saw the big names go up, and I felt that there was a lot of what's it I guess there was a lot of reluctancy to understand what was actually going on, but
Right.
everybody that was doing the research understood that you know these coins were basically, most of the coins that went up in 2021 were just basically hyped coins backed by VCs. And then when you got into the technology for some of these coins, it was subpar, and you found that there's a lot of work to be done. And so at that point, it just becomes speculative that they're going to fix those errors and then become a better coin. Whereas
Yeah.
with Cosmos, I'm not going to mention any names there because there's basically like five that I got on my mind, and I don't want to shit on any of them. But it's important to understand why they're not being successful now. I
Right.
think a lot of people tend to try to forget about why they're not being successful now and think about what they can do in the future, which is definitely a positive mindset to have. But I kind of, with the background I have, I've worked in networks a long time, and whenever you see like the uh, feedback from developers and what they say, the issues that they have with their own coding software and coding languages, you get kind of like an idea of what's good and what's not.
Mhm.
And people like coding on Solidity for Ethereum because those projects are popular and they have a lot of liquidity and they sell out. So there's a lot of money to be made on Ethereum. And I kind of thought that was funny based on what you said. You were like, well, I gave up and started buying meme coins. It's like, well, because it, Ethereum doesn't do a good job of inspiring why you want to have a decentralized network. It's just more like, I want the most money out of what I put in. And
Right.
Cosmos it takes a different approach. Whenever they first started, they focused on um, providing free tools. The Tendermint SDK is completely free, and anybody can use it. Anybody can launch a, a a complete, fully functional blockchain with the free tools that they provide through Starport,
Hmm.
and it's just amazing that I just see a lot less greed
Yeah,
within Cosmos, and
sure.
the wealth is more shared and distributed rather than harvested and extracted from kind of, I kind of see corporate policies playing out in the bigger blockchains,
Hmm.
whereas in Cosmos, I'm seeing that it's more of a collaborative community effort to bring everybody up and in the best way we can. And of
Right.
course, we don't get that right all the time in Cosmos, but we definitely try our best. Way much more effort towards that than I've ever seen in any crypto project ever. So that's definitely got me bullish on the Cosmos side. But you saw a lot of those coins go up, and then kind of flatten out now towards the end of the year last year, and then that's when you started seeing Cosmos go up, and I really think that's because all of the technology developments that they're working on in that space are coming together, like EVMOS. I don't know how to say it very properly, but
Right.
um,
Find out soon.
I mean, that's going to be a huge project that's bringing a lot of a lot of things that are stuck in the Ethereum space. And people like me, I have Ethereum locked up in a contract earning staking rewards, and I would love to bring that over to the Cosmos and start to be able to have more options for what I can do with it and not be trapped with gas.
How many?
Um,
What percent of crumbs is that Ethereum 2 collecting you? That Ethereum 2.0? What is it, like 4% or something like
well,
that?
yeah, when it first came out, I thought 5% was a lot, but yeah, it's like 4.7%. And Cosmos is, I think I showed you earlier, almost at 15% right now. Um,
So
so
you kind of talked about the rise and fall a little bit of Ethereum and Bitcoin. What do you think kind of attributed to that?
well, I just think lack of information, and then you see kind of people being able to get that information. You see more of a flood into other things, and that's
Mhm.
honestly why um, I liked Cosmos because they had much more of a futuristic vision rather than a uh, just like a narrowed um, mindset. They had more of a vision of a multi-chain future, and basically saw a lot of the problems that you're now seeing with these other coins because they got popular and they're having a lot of traffic and just a lot of the issues that Cosmos saw early on and worked hard to build.
Mhm.
In preparation for those, and we're seeing that work pay off right now with the market. So I think it's great.
So
I
you
think it's
kind of
awesome.
touched on, I mean, we've touched on Adam a lot because I mean, the show is all about Adam and the cosmos. But in a nutshell, for anybody who's new to the ecosystem, what makes Adam so special? What makes you so drawn to it and really kind of in a sense just wanting to funnel everything you have into the ecosystem?
Yeah, definitely a good question. I mean, honestly, I have a network background, and that's what I see Atom as is the router of the multi-chain. So they're handling packets back and forth between multiple chains, and with interchain security, they plan on basically renting security to new chains or an existing chain that wants to use Cosmos security. And
Mhm.
the reason that's valuable is, for one, Ethereum has a very good security model that has been proven, and that's why the value of Ethereum is there. So
Okay.
when you look at Cosmos, they have also a very strong security model, and renting that out to or making that available to rent from them can be extremely profitable. So that's one thing. That's one reason that I stake Atom like a madman, is because I believe in that future where you're staking Atom, but you're receiving revenue from other chains because they are using the security that we've built, and that was kind of the you know why I think Atom is so special, and why people don't really understand it is, and I kind of think about it like this to simplify it. When you see more traffic on a cryptocurrency, the
Mhm.
price usually correlates and it goes up because the more demand, they're the higher the price is going, and the more the traffic, the network effect happens where it just explodes. And when I saw that Atom was aiming to be the router for that kind of traffic, I just kind of, my ears kind of perked up, and it was like, well, tell me more,
Yeah.
because I know how much traffic is routed between these nodes, and it's substantial. So whenever you have the vision of being the security for that, which is very important when you have money
Right.
involved with these protocols.
Absolutely.
Uh, it's just something that I kind of saw as a no-brainer, especially for $2.65 a token. It was like, let me get as much as I can of this,
Right.
and um, yeah, basically I couldn't buy it for that low ever again. I bought it for two, for five, for seven, eight, nine, and 12. And I remember after that, I was like, man, I think I'm sinking a little bit too much money in this. And
Never enough.
that's when I got the Osmosis airdrop and started earning income from there. And that kind of satisfied my need to buy Atom every single day. So, um,
So
very
if you were to
happy.
throw everything you said into one box, crumble it all up and pull it out as one or two sentences, what makes Atom so special?
Interoperability. It's the IBC. I mean, a lot of people say, like, I'm not a chain maxi, I'm an IBC maxi, and I identify with that because
Mm.
the ability to change, and I think you saw this early on with Ethereum, like to change from one coin to the other without even having to go through Atom, it's just so powerful.
Yeah.
And when you read that their vision is to be able to pay in any currency, it's just wow. Like, I really respect that vision. Like,
Yeah.
they're not yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just I think that's super special. Interoperability.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I agree.
from
That's
day
what's
one.
pulled us to start this because we are so involved and so excited, and we just want to scream from the mountains how awesome Adam and the Cosmos is.
Hmm.
So, that being the whole reason why we're here, we're also going to have a segment as well, where we're talking about what's new, what's exciting, what's going on within the Cosmos. And one of the big things going on right now is, for a lot of you Ion owners are pretty excited right now because that it's pumping pretty good. Why do you think that it's pumping?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that Ion was given to people for voting on Cosmos proposals before the Osmo airdrop, and that
Mm.
was really cool. That was a really cool way of rewarding participation, I believe, and in I guess encouraging even more participation. And I think that was a genius. I mean, even with the general osmosis airdrop, I think it was a genius way to get people involved. Because, like I said, I wasn't really that involved. I was just learning about it, but that really sparked a fire inside of me that said, "Wow, like this is really happening. Let me get in here as soon as I can."
Yeah.
And I think that I know that Ion is pumping because of the recent proposal that Sunny came out with,
Mhm.
which is basically going to, I believe, don't quote me on this one, I haven't done much research, but I believe that it's going to be backing the assets that are on Osmosis, kind of like a DAO, to where these assets are correlated with Ion, And I don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, it's basically that they're now coming out with a utility for Ion. So
Mhm.
yeah, somebody is stacking Ion like crazy because they think it's going to go
Yeah,
even more
yeah.
crazy, I guess.
All right, so our next topic is something that's got a lot going on right now, and we kind of wanted to touch on the state of Juno. Clay, can you tell us a little bit about what is going on with Juno and why we should all be excited?
Definitely. Juno, I'm super excited for Juno. It's an interoperable smart contract blockchain built using the Cosmos SDK that was airdropped to Atom stakers using the February 18th snapshot as a one-to-one. And I just, when I think of smart contracts, you think of, what does that mean really? But to me, that means NFTs, that means DeFi, that means DEXs, swapping, minting loans. It means a whole lot. So when I hear smart contracts, like I get really excited because, like I said, traffic means value in the cryptocurrency space, and Juno is, I think, primed to just have so much traffic and really highlight why we like this technology. As far as IBC and Cosmwasm, it's just an amazing thing to be a part of. And actually, tomorrow. January 13th, they're coming out with Juno Swap. And so we're about to see the first decks live on Juno Swap. Um, and yeah, you can check out some details on Twitter, and it's super exciting.
You can hear it. Excited.
If you were, I'm sorry, if you were a part of the Osmosis launch, you know that the APR was insane, and hopefully we'll see something similar to that. And if not, I mean that's cool too, because I believe that the organic growth will bring this to a level that yeah, I mean people really underestimate Juno. So I think that we're about to see a lot. As far as Juno, especially with Neta. Neta was an airdropped token that was similar to Ion as far as the
Mhm.
supply, and then what they're looking at doing with it as far as creating a DAO and having a treasury is really exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to lock our tokens of Neta up into the DAO and then earn rewards for securing that liquidity. So that's really exciting to me, and I can't wait to be a part of it. Starts tomorrow. So
Yeah, and
um,
you kinda segued us into our next segment, which is talking about airdrop. So, I mean, you kinda went off with the juggernaut with the big daddy, which is Neta. Did I read
yeah.
something correct? And like, you're not gonna be able to buy this if you don't get it airdropped, you can't get it?
No, you'll be able to purchase the token just like you can with Ion.
In the
It's
world,
just that it's only being airdropped to Juno stakers that
mm.
were staking more than 25 Juno at the time. I think it was December 15th for that snapshot um, on Juno.
Yeah, and that's gonna be huge. It's like you were saying, it's supposed to be lined up similar to, like, how Ion is right now.
Well, it's a low supply token, so it definitely has the same potential.
Mhm,
And what I say about Neta is that we have a use case almost right out the gate, whereas not, Ion took a little bit of time to develop a use case, which
mhm.
is fine. That allowed people to get Ion at, I was able to get it pretty cheap, but um, other than that, I really think that because things move a little bit faster on Juno, we're going to see a little bit more explosive of a coin than Ion on the Neta. That's my personal um, um, prediction, and maybe hope because I got more Neta than I did Ion. But it's
When is Neta dropping?
Neta should
The
be
first?
available on the 1st of February,
Nice.
and then it will be any that's not claimed during that time is going to be burned at the end of the month. So that's exciting.
So does that
To
usually lead to when things are burned, the value of what is existing goes up?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you saw the Ethereum proposal that started to burn Ethereum in the transactions,
Hmm.
I think we saw it go from like 600 to 4,000, and then you see Binance burn a lot of coins, and that helps their price a lot too.
Nice.
A lot of the time, so yeah, burns, and then of course Luna started burning coins, and then I think
Yeah.
you kept texting me every day like,
Yeah.
look at Luna, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, like Adam's gonna have its day. The thing, just for a quick, the thing about Atom, a lot of people don't understand is that the tokenomics are designed to incentivize growth for a certain period of time,
Hmm.
and then once that growth starts to happen, like we're seeing now, they're gonna tone down that growth and start to focus on capturing the value, and we're starting to see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely some exciting times. So the next airdrop we're going to talk about is, I guess we still don't know how to pronounce it correctly. EVMOS. Can you tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that?
EVMOS, I'm super excited for it. It's basically going to be a bridge between Ethereum and the Cosmos. And I'm just really excited to free some of my ETH assets. Like, they're just sitting there, not even staking. And I don't want to move them because it would be too expensive.
Hmm.
But if I
Keys.
only had to do one transaction, bridging over to Cosmos so I can provide liquidity there and help the ecosystem grow more, I would love to do that. And just waiting for the right time to do that is is what I'm personally doing. But more so, Evmos is just um, it's a project, I believe, by Sunny, and is going to be airdropped to a lot of wallets, Ethereum and Atom,
Hmm.
which is really cool because I think that's going to create a lot of hype that will bring a lot of it'll bring a lot of eyes over to Cosmos that are on Ethereum now, and like you saw yourself, once you discover Cosmos, there's really no going back.
Yeah, you're hooked.
Yeah.
And that's going to be January 20th, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't confirmed that. There's so much going on, dude.
Yeah, we'll put up a little calendar for everybody.
Yeah,
So next we're going to be talking about stars, which is another. I mean, there's so many good ones coming out. There's so
yeah.
much to be excited about, and we kind of touched about this earlier. Like you are not used to this living outside the Cosmos ecosystem. You're anywhere else. You're not. You're never talking about airdrops. Rarely, like staking with double digits, triple digits. Like that shit is crazy. And then you come here, airdrop, airdrop, airdrop. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a good overwhelming. So, stars, tell me about it.
So Stars is going to be an NFT marketplace, and um, I mean, I love NFTs, and I think we saw a post on Twitter the other day that really outlined you don't really hate NFTs, you hate the gas that it takes to buy
Right.
them on Ethereum, and once you start to dive into those communities. And start buying NFTs without worrying about the gas price. Um, it really opens up a whole new world, and Stars is going to be, I believe, the first Cosmos NFT marketplace. I know there's like things like Stash that are on Secret Network, but
Mhm.
Stars, I believe, is going to be like exclusive to Cosmos. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but yeah, definitely. And it's really funny to watch my friends before and after the airdrop, because before it's not real to them, and they can't like they can't like imagine
Quantify.
it, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah, and like once it's there and you can see that you can sell it for Atom, it's just completely different. And just for the record, I'll never sell like airdrops for right away. I always stake them and participate in the network. Like I said, you're not airdropped money, you're airdropped responsibility. And if you don't want that responsibility, you can sell it to somebody else. But I want the responsibility of bringing up all these new protocols, EVMOS, Stars, Neta, um, and then we have one called Shade. Shade, um, I kind of mentioned this with Secret Network, and it's kind of like a good segue into Secret Network. But Secret Network is one that just recently came on my radar with the help of you.
Mhm.
Um, and that's honestly why I bring friends into the space, is so that they can show me other things that I'm missing. And whenever I think I mentioned like, hey, you can go to Stash and check it out, and then you did. And when you showed me like that's where you buy the rabbits, I was like, oh, I'm into this. Like, let me go check that out,
The
because we
redacted,
know, yeah,
the
because
redacted.
we know that NFTs are just, are have the potential to explode. And whenever you see a good marketplace like Stash,
Hmm.
I really like to dive in and kind of ape into it. So that's
It's a
why
good
I personally
experience.
bought. Yeah. I personally bought a redact last week, and a redacted rabbit, and I'm having fun in the ecosystem. It's a lot of stuff that you get exposed to, and just learning every day has been really valuable for me personally. So
Yeah, we both picked them
um,
up, and it's been quite the experience. And like you're saying, like you buy into not just this piece of art, like some of these really good projects, they kind of really lean into the whole experience of it, whether it be like
hmm
Discord, Twitter, like they really create that environment to kind of help you kind of materialize the amount of money that you just spent on what anybody could just copy off the internet and say is theirs.
yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I always had so much trouble kind of justifying paying that much for a picture because we
hmm
grow up in a time where you could right click, you could get a picture off the internet and you can use it and you're not worried about it. So to have something where you're paying that much money for it is just completely crazy and it's just a new way of thinking. But yeah, I mean, the rarity of these things, the aspects that I don't know, just they just really make it fun and they do a good job of kind of pulling you in and keeping you there. And there's just so many new things coming out and more things that we're going to talk about here coming up soon. So you did touch Shade, you touched Neta, Stars, you touched Evmos. I think Stars is Stargate, right? Or Stargaze.
Stargaze, yeah.
It's going to drop on the
Well,
17th.
yeah, I mean, because what you just said, like those NFTs on Secret are bringing that experience, but they're also providing the utility that Secret Network has inherently built in, which is
True,
privacy.
true.
And I think that's really the blend that got me to invest in Secret and into the NFTs on Secret, because they have that extra utility that I don't believe anybody else has.
Hmm.
And with Shade is going to be an algorithmic stablecoin that's
Hmm.
similar to how Luna and UST works, but but with those secret uh, what do they call them? Secret, like, characteristics that are customizable even, so you can customize how much privacy you really want, which is really cool. And then in addition to that, they've kind of learned from Luna, in that Luna is backed, is an algorithmic stablecoin in which anytime a UST is minted, a Luna is burned. And so you have that correlation between those two assets, and so the more UST that's being printed, the more Luna that's being burned, and that's what's driving the value up. And with Shade, it's going to be paired with an asset called Silk, and Silk is going to be like the stable coin of a privacy stable coin,
Hmm.
and it's going to be paired with Shade. So Shade is going to be like the Luna side of that pair, where anytime a Silk is minted, Shade is burned. And then Shade is going to be backed by a basket of commodities, not just one, which are actually individualized, like as far as risk goes, which is actually pretty cool too, which I think is very forward thinking. Because basically, if you don't have enough liquidity on one of those assets, you don't
Hmm.
want the whole thing to fail, which was basically the criticism on Ion. But so I think that Shade has the potential to do not what Ion does, because there's 10 million of them, but and there's only like 21,000 Ion, but
Hmm.
we're looking at a low supply airdrop coin that has the potential to really moon, after if it's adopted throughout the Secret and Cosmos.
And do you know when Shade was supposed to drop? I don't think I captured that on the calendar, but we could definitely figure that out if you don't.
Well, I don't think it was. So the what he said in the video yesterday on CryptoCito was that you're going to get half of the airdrop first, and then you have the option to stake it.
Mhm.
Um, and then staking it will give you, of course, rewards. And then when the main net launches, which is 1 to 2 months later, I believe, maybe even 3 months later, that's or maybe it was weeks. I can't remember, but when the mainnet launches, that's when the second half of the airdrop will be available to everyone, and then it'll be mainnet, so you can use it in the secret swap protocols to provide liquidity and earn rewards there. So I'm actually looking forward to that because now I'll be able to learn a new DEX secret swap.
Mhm.
And get involved there. So I'm really excited for that one in particular because yeah, it sounds really exciting.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we could probably be talking for another hour on all the cool stuff that's coming out with within the Oz or the Cosmos,
Yeah.
but our next topic, that was a horrible transition, but our next topic is gonna be something that we kind of we dabbled in kind of a little while back, and we just kinda lingered around, and we're waiting for it to really take off, but it seems like it's gonna be an exciting project. It is kind of leaning on Juno's growth a little bit, and that's gonna be the Strange Clan. Do you have an update on there?
Mhm.
I know we got a couple of, characters that we were pretty excited about, and I don't know, when you're not using things, you kind of, put them in the back of your mind, but once that thing starts rolling, it seemed like it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. Strange Clan, it definitely looks super fun, and I've actually talked to people that are like just getting into the Cosmos, and actually that's like one of the first things that they talk about is Strange Clan, which is really good on the marketing side because I was like, wow, it took me a little bit of time to find Strange Clan after I got into the Cosmos because I was more interested in the technology, but it seems that Strange Clan could be the gateway. Of a lot of gamers into Cosmos, which is
Mhm.
super bullish in my opinion, because and for one, this is just kind of a side note. Uh, the guy Lex that pretty much runs everything on Strange Clan, he
Right.
sounds exactly like my friend who was like super into like those types of games, and so that actually has me really excited because if he sounds like that, he probably knows what he's talking about. Has probably played countless hours of all those games that my friend would play, and that has me really bullish. And I know that's kind of dumb, but I with Cosmos, you can definitely see like there's there's certain types of people in the right place, and I think that he's in the right place.
So kinda
And
taking it back a little bit, what kind of game is this gonna be like? So you mentioned it's something that your friend would like. Maybe some of these people
well,
have never heard of it. What is it gonna be like?
yeah, these games are kind of like open world questing type games where you kind of like build a community and help each other with these tasks that you're tasked with, and then there's an element of grindiness. You got to go collect materials, and how they incorporate blockchain into all this, I'm just super excited to find out like how it's all going to happen because I'm super excited about just everything that they're doing. And I've never been a huge player of those games, but I think that it's just great that bringing this technology to the game has like reignited my passion for gaming because games have gotten really boring. Like they
Yeah,
just want you to pay for their skins, and they just want you to grind these quests so that you're inside the game for long periods of time. And
right.
I'm just excited to see something new. And crypto does a good job of gamifying things and just making it more interactive and fun. And how they use that technology to do that inside of a game and you can go to their Twitter and see like previews of the game. I think it looks fantastic. I
Yeah,
think they have a really good theme going. They have really good artists. Um, I think they need to work a little bit on their marketing. If I was, critical of them, but other than that, I think it's a beautiful project, and I'm so surprised when people tell me about it. Like they say, "Oh, you're into Cosmos? I heard about Strange Clan," and I love that. I'm just like, "Oh wow!" It gives me something to talk about with them, and yeah, it's. I just think that that's great that people know about it.
so I guess their marketing is working.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think that they need to expand because gaming and like NFTs and blockchain, it has a certain stigma to a certain demographic of gamers, and they don't like it. And I
Right,
think that if they could experience Cosmos and really understand that this ecosystem is a lot different than other ecosystems that came before it, I think it takes a little bit of a time for people to get adjusted to a like a more fairer system. They
right.
don't think it's real because we're so used to getting scammed.
Dude, like the game that I like I remember me and you were talking about it was Axie Infinity, right? Like
Hmm.
I went balls deep in that game, like spent too much money on fees and just getting getting characters and thinking that I'm getting
Yeah.
something special and valuable, and then you start playing the game and like you have to grind. It's not a leisure game if you really want to earn money and do all that stuff. That you got to play the heck out of that game. And then they did some updates where you had to be over a certain level, which removed like I don't know, it's gotta be a huge percent of the players on there, and you couldn't earn any of the potions that you would earn so that you could trade for actual money, and I
Yeah.
don't know, they just did a lot of stuff that took out of the fun of the game, and then when you go to sell your Axies, there's probably thousands of other Axies there that
Hmm.
are just washing yours out, so you're just sitting on them. So hopefully one day, I don't know, something nice will come out of them. Until then, I have 3 Axies just hiding somewhere in the metaverse.
Yeah. You never know what'll happen with these things.
Yeah, especially because
Holding, yeah.
they wanted to bring it to like the Stream Deck and stuff like that, but we don't care about Ethereum, so we'll just put the rest of it. So
Yeah,
the
Ethereum's
next one
trash.
dude, yeah. So the next thing that we're gonna talk about was something that just kinda started popping up on the radar, and they've really hit the ground running with this thing, and they're doing a lot of marketing to all the right people, and that's MetaRats. Are you excited about this?
MetaRats, yeah. I just watched the interview that CryptoCito did with one of the main guys, Runaway Investor, and yeah, he had a lot of interesting points of view as far as what they want to do with the project, where they want to take it. Yeah, so I'm excited to see. I like that they're including a lot of the big people in the space that
Right.
everybody knows, like Coney Daddy has a custom one, and
Shout out to Coney
um,
Daddy.
yeah, the Greg from Cash has one. So yeah, that's really cool that they're going to be I guess like
The pioneers.
putting these people up, and that'll bring awareness to everything because that's what a lot of this is all about, is just kind of making people aware that we do everything better. And that's another thing I respect about the Cosmos, is that yeah, we just put it out there and we say,
Yeah.
yeah, this is it, we know it's the best. And just you know we use pretty clever ways of marketing that, and I think MetaRats is just another one of those ways that organically happened.
Yeah, I agree, and it's something that I'm really interested in too, is because we are so ingrained in this ecosystem. It's like, why not be something, or why not be a part of something that seems to be like it's going to be super special and geared specifically towards that? And we kind of talked about how like they're making all these custom ones of all the pioneers and all the people who are really promoting this ecosystem. So it's going to be really neat to see what other type of visual aspects of it that they kind of incorporate into different rarities and stuff like that coming out.
Hmm.
So, and how they
Hmm.
use it further down the line. Because I mean, there's multiple instances of I don't know what you could probably get some kind of airdrops or I don't know,
Exactly.
they airdrop you some cheese or something. I don't know. There's going to be something something cool coming down.
Well, what's really cool is what people don't understand about airdrops is it's definitely a marketing tool in my opinion because you're able to target a certain audience. Like if you know the MetaRats audience is going to like cheese-based NFTs, well then you can airdrop something, or like let's say you have a game that the piece that you use is like a piece of cheese, and like they airdrop
Obviously
it
they're
to
gonna,
those people because they're most likely to use that product. So
they're gonna airdrop you some like some rotten cheese, and it's gonna mutate the rat, and
yeah,
they're gonna have MetaRat
yeah,
mutants.
I think that was a really cool way of with the bored apes how they airdrop them a way to like you didn't have to mint it, like they airdropped you like a bottle, and you could use that bottle to mint a mutant ape. And if you just held that bottle ended up being more valuable because it's they haven't used it yet, and
Yeah,
like you're selling that experience of using it. I thought that was really neat
that is
and
neat.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm kind of really for NFTs in my mind, I know this kind of sounds weird, but I think that in the future you'll be able to like breed them. Like there will be projects that say, okay, well if you have a bored ape and you have a mutant ape, you can like burn those two and then like make a new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that there's going to be like contracts like that, and I think that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Or that you maybe not even burn them, like just like if you own these two, you can make a new one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
And
I
that's
agree.
gonna drive value
Isn't
for
Strange
those
Farm
two.
doing something like that?
Yeah, actually, for Town One Genesis characters,
Whoop,
those
whoop.
are going to be able to mint new characters, and I think that's a genius way of including the investors in expansion of the game, because eventually you're going to want to have more than 10,000 users, and in order for the other people to have characters, they're going to have to buy them off of the Genesis Town One characters, which I think is a genius way to value capture for your early investors.
Yeah, and even they did that with the Axie too. You could breed your Axies to make different ones,
Hmm.
so that's
Yeah,
definitely something that's going on,
yeah.
and yeah, it's super smart. But yeah, I mean, I think we could call it the show. We're creeping up on an hour. For anyone who has listened to this whole thing, it'll be better going forward, and we will continue to get better as we kind of learn each other's flows and just kind of get the rhythm of this thing. But we appreciate you listening to this. Is there anybody that you want to give a special shout out to before we wrap this thing up?
No, just Coney Daddy, since he encouraged us to do it, actually. So that's one thing I really do enjoy about Cosmos is the overall vibe. Like, you don't get very much negativity in there, and if you do, it's usually valid criticism, and people are just emotional about it. But that's one thing I love is like everybody is encouraged to do better, and we're all watching each other grow and encouraging each other, and I just like that model much better than constant negativity that we see in the world.
I agree, man. And with that, I'll get the bucket. I'll pour out the fire. Nah, shit. We didn't even call it the fireside cosmos chat or whatever. We're still gonna make up it. We need to get this name thing down. I
Yeah,
think.
if
Help
I
if
think we'll
you.
put out a vote, and
Yeah,
we'll see
yeah. If you're
see what the
listening to this,
community is feeling.
have a vote. We'll see what y'all want it to be called. And with that, I think we can call the show, man.
All right,
All
thanks.
right.
Thanks for having me,
I'm Trendy, and he's
Cosmo
Cosmo
Clay.
Clay. And y'all have a good night, morning, evening, whenever you're listening to this. Appreciate you, and we'll see you again.
See you next time. Thanks.